Good morning, everyone. My name is Glyza May R. Agpalza. I'm the first reporter of Phylum Cnidaria. So, what is Phylum Cnidaria? Phylum Cnidaria includes soft-bodied stinging animals such as corals, sea anemones, and jellyfish. So, the phylum's name is derived from the Greek root word cnid, meaning nettle, a stinging plant. Cnidarians are found in many aquatic environments. And also, phylum Cnidaria, characterized by their specialized stinging cells called cnidocytes, which they use for defense and capturing prey. Characteristics of Cnidarians. Cnidarians exhibit radial symmetry. All cnidarians are carnivores. Cnidarian tentacles have organelles called nematocytes that eject venomous filaments into prey. Cnidarians go through sexual and asexual reproductive phases. Cnidarians exist as free-swimming medusae or stationary polyps. They may exist as both forms over the course of their lives. Cnidarians are a diverse group when it comes to size. The smallest hydra and jelly species are barely visible without a microscope, while Leon's main jellies have tentacles over 100 feet long. They also display a range of colors and patterns. Despite these differences, there are several universal phylum Cnidaria characteristics. The body structure of Cnidarians. Cnidarians have soft bodies formed by two cell layers, the epidermis, which is the outer layer, and the endodermis, which is the inner layer. They exist in a cylindrical polyp form or in a medusa form, which resembles a flattened bill or umbrella. All Cnidarians exhibit radial symmetry, meaning an axis line drawn down the center of their bodies would result in mirrored features on the two opposite sides. Cnidarians like this moon jelly have a radially symmetrical body plan. So their body structure consists of a central gastrovascular cavity with one opening that functions a mouth and an anus. They lack true organs but possess muscle cells, nerve cells, and structural proteins. While they lack a central nervous system, they have a network of nerves in their outer layer called a nerve net. Radial tentacles surround the central cavity and assist with feeding and reproduction.
Good morning, everyone. I am Rhea Mitaer, and I am the second reporter of Phylum Cnidaria. What animals belong to Phylum Cnidaria? Members of Phylum Cnidaria includes true jellies, examples, moon jellies, sea nettles, sea anemones, corals, Portuguese man-o-wars, and box jellies. Those pictures below are the true jellies of Phylum Cnidaria. Next, we have the four types of Cnidarians. First, we have Anthozoans, Scyphozoans, Cubozoans, and Hydrazoans. Anthozoans include sea anemones, corals, and sea pins. In Scyphozoans, we have true jellies like moon jellies and lion's mane jellies. In Cubozoans, we have box jellies. And last, we have Hydrazoans, includes Portuguese man-o-wars and freshwater hydras. Anthozoans consist of 10 orders and thousands of species. Adults are attached to the sea, but their larvae are free-floating and can drift to new settlements. Examples of anthozoans includes corals, anemones, sea pins, and sea fans. Scyphozoans, any of a class Scyphozoa of Cnidarians, such as the sea nettle, that possess a large, conspicuous, sexually reproducing medusa, typically lacking a velum and a very small, usually funnel-shaped, asexually reproducing polyp. Next, we have Hydrozoans. Hydrozoa is a class of tiny, predatory animals, mostly marine, that belong to the phylum Cnidaria. They include jellyfish, hydroids, and hydras. Hydrozoans typically have both a polyp and a medusa stage in their life cycle. They're fascinating creatures known for their intricate life cycles and diverse form. Last, we have cubozoans. Cubozoa is a class of the phylum Cnidaria comprising the box jellyfish. Members of cubozoa are commonly known as box jellyfish or cubozoans. These cnidarian invertebrates are good swimmers and their distribution is mostly tropical and subtropical. There are at least 50 described species in cubozoans. Good morning, everyone. I am Apolgeia Zimbrano, the last reporter of Phylum Cnidaria. Feeding in cnidarians. Cnidarians feed primarily on small prey such as plankton, fish larvae, and other small invertebrates. They use specialized stinging cells called cnidocytes to capture their prey. When prey comes into contact with the cnidocytes, the cells release tiny, harpoon-like structures called nematocysts, which inject toxins into the prey, immobilizing or killing it. The tentacles then bring the prey to the mouth located in the center of the organism where digestion occurs. So, the habitat of cnidarians can be found in almost all ocean habitats. They may live in water that is shallow or deep, warm or cold. A few species live in fresh water. Some cnidarians live alone, while others live in colonies. There are two stages in the life cycle of cnidarians. We have polyps and medusa. In polyps, it is the tubular and sessile stage of cnidarians which can reproduce sexually and asexually to give both polyps and medusa. In polyps, they are typically cylindrical or vase-shaped with a mouth surrounded by tentacles at one end. They are usually attached to a substrate such as rocks or coral reefs by a basal disc or by a stalk. Polyps reproduce asexually through budding or fermentation, and some also reproduce sexually by releasing gametes into the water. In medusae, also known as jellyfish, are free-swimming and umbrella-shaped, resembling a bell. They have a central mouth on the underside of the bell, surrounded by tentacles. Now, let's have the reproduction of cnidarians. Cnidarians reproduce both sexually and asexually. Some species can produce both eggs and sperm in the same organism. So in cnidarians, including hydrozoans, reproduce both sexually and asexually. So in sexual reproduction involves the release of gametes, sperm and eggs into the water where fertilization occurs externally. So in asexual reproduction is common among cnidarian and occurs through methods such as budding and fragmentation. In budding involves the growth of new individuals from the body of the parent organism, while fragmentation occurs when a piece of the organism breaks off and develops into a new individual. These different reproductive strategies contribute to the remarkable adaptability and resilience of cnidarians in various marine environments. That's all. Thank you.